Ball out at center. Newfoundland and Labrador with it, right down below us. Take it back into their own end. Now it's back at center. Players battle there for it. Shot by Normore. Good blocker save made by James. Clapham. Coons had to come right back to her. Then she turned it over inside the blue line. Simpson trying to get away. Simpson still with it. Curran joining the rush. Over to Curran. Curran with a chance. Curran shoots. Big save made. They score! First one was stopped, and it rolled in behind the goaltender. Great job by Jenny Simpson. Out at center. Made that play. Over to Curran. There's the first shot is stopped. I don't think anybody touched it after Curran. I think it just kind of kept going and rolled over the back of the goaltender after she'd stopped the first one. Newfoundland and Labrador come away with the victory. 3-2. They go to 2-0. New Tech. A tie and an overtime loss, so a couple of points. Newfoundland and Labrador pick up 2 points for the overtime win along with their regulation win, so they now have 5. All right, time to step aside. We've got a big game coming up now in about 15-20 minutes from now. As I said, it's a rematch of last year's gold medal game in the men's A. Edmonton Ball Hockey Club taking on Brampton Midnight Express. We invite you to come back and join us for that one just a few minutes from now. We move now to the final preliminary games in the men's A. Teams have all played 3 games. They will play 1 more tonight each, give them their 4 preliminary round games. This is the matchup we were talking about. Last year's gold medal game between Edmonton BHC and the Brampton Midnight Express went to double overtime, went to a shootout, went to extra shooters before it was won by Brampton Midnight Express. These 2 teams come into this game second in their respective divisions with a 2-win, 1-loss record each. First place in Division 1, New Brunswick Mooseheads perfect 3-0, and New Tech perfect in Division 2 at 3-0. All right, we're underway. Marcel Mallet. Quickly for Brampton Midnight Express. Will be kept in by Granito. Dumped down into the far corner. On it back there, Bevilacqua. That'll come out over the center red line. We got Marcel Mallet. Wrong team. No, it is. It is Mallet. Ah. Get yourself ready for this one. All right, Edmonton. Get it to center. Down further. Out to play it in goal for Brampton, Chris Ciparoni. In goal for Edmonton BHC is going to be Maxime Blanchard. Ian Downs couldn't get a shot through, coming back the other way. Lee Jubenville. Bill Ferenic. Shot save made by Ciparoni. See the speed of these 2 teams on evidence already. Byrne left it behind the goal. Kept in by Edmonton. Shot goes up and out of play into the ceiling. Back in behind the goal it goes. Up along the boards one more time. Kept in by Edmonton. Granito behind his goal. J.K. Gill. Conte couldn't move on it. Following up on it. Wild. Cal Wild. And behind the Edmonton goal. Wild still holding it. Mitch Byrne takes it back behind his goal, watched by Murphy. Gets it to Sitachi. It's in over the blue line. Kept in back there by Lemos. Now it's out. Gill behind his goal. And you get it to Alvo, Stevie Alvo. Taylor was on him. Alvo maintains possession. Good pass to Sitachi. Sitachi turning against the boards. Threw it back to the point. That was picked off. Edmonton will go back in their own end. Miscue up to Shebley. Play it back. Miscue takes it back behind his own goal. Out at center it comes. And Dressen drops it back. Holden with a shot, and that's blocked. We'll go the other way. Up and down the floor. Shot by Lemos was blocked. Lemos has it along the boards. Working it back towards the blue line and tried to cycle it back down low. That's intercepted. Edmonton will get it towards center. Don't get it out. Kept in by Rago. Behind the goal. Shot comes in just wide of the goal. Chambers intercepted it at the blue line. Kept in. Jag. Slap pass from Chambers down in the far corner. Goes behind the goal. Jag is on it. Getting it down the floor was Holden. That'll be a flooring call against Edmonton. Face off in the Edmonton end. One into the corner. Gill throws it around the boards. Straight up the middle. Got by everybody. Flooring call once again against Edmonton. Gill tried that long breakout pass. We'll do the face off over on the other side now. This time. Gallimore tried to get it out. It goes up, hits the score clock. From the face-off, it goes down the floor. Cipriani out to play it. Taken by Chambers. He got it across to Bevilacqua. He had a stick tied up. Solga behind his goal. He'll get the return pass down in the corner. Ryan Solga. Marcel Mallet. That's broken up. Shot stopped by Cipriani. He'll hold on to it. It's Phil Ferenik with the opportunity for Edmonton. Face-off win for Brampton. That will come out. Grenadier got to it first, is played in front. Edmonton bench yelling for offside. Looked like Gill was in a little bit ahead of the play. Comes out to center, picked up there by Jubenville. Lee Jubenville trying to get around the outside. Can't do it. J.K. Gill, drop pass, shot off the boards, comes all the way out to center. Shot in by Murphy. Back to pick it up, Granito. Ferenik goes to the boards. Crocker is there. Comes to the boards, comes free. Giustini will take it back behind his goal. Giustini gets it up to center. Stevie Alvo. Back towards center. Alvo turns, shoots it in. That goes off a stick up into the ceiling. A redo of that face-off. Taylor has it for Edmonton. Taylor getting burn on his back. Shebley leaves it. Tony Brar had it taken away. Alvo. Brar goes down. Alvo keeps going. Satachi shot it in. Will be picked up by Dan Priestner for Edmonton. Tremendous pace to this game. Rigo stops, turns, comes to the near boards. Holden gets away for Edmonton. Holden in over the blue line. Delays, plays it to an open wing. Picked up by Sahib Gill. Swung to the other side. Loveless. Looking for Lemos, that'll be offside. Better have your track shoes on for this one. Will be brought back in by Edmonton. Drop pass. He's in behind the goal. Just to the side of the goal and cleared up out towards center. Kept in by Holden, and it's knocked out. Gill back behind his goal. Up at the blue line, good pass. Off the boards. Raji trying to run onto it, he goes down. That comes Brampton. Offside. Didn't get it in over the blue line. You get beat out just watching this game. Morenik. It's chipped back in by Brampton. Jubenville back to get it for Edmonton. Lifts it high in the air. That's knocked down. Chambers. We'll go the other way. The pass on the mark. For Rennick. He's all tied up. Jubenville with a shot. That's kicked aside by Ciparone. That one was knocked down. Jubenville turns. Ball was bouncing on him. It goes up and out of play. The face off will come outside the blue line. 4:55 left in the opening period. Brampton get it back in their own end. Up ahead. Tipped in. Off the boards, out it comes again. This will go down the floor. This will go right on the goal. Solga. To Mallet. He's forced back. Back to Solga. Off the boards. Mallet will take it there and head up the floor. Marcel Mallet gains the blue line, fed it in front. Backhand put just wide. Ciparone comes out. Gives it to Jordan Crocker. Up at the blue line, that's broken up. Back comes Tony Brer. Shebley. Back at the point. Long shot in, it's deflected, goes wide. And it'll be a flooring call against Brampton. Tremendous pace to this opening period. Granito. Hips it high in the air. Trying to run onto his J.K. Gill. He was stopped. Pass right on the mark to Tony Brer. To Taylor. That's picked off. Ball bounces in front of the goal. Taylor trying to get a stick on it. So is Provencal. Can't. Back we go the other way. Gill. Good pass. Breaking in. Shoots. Save is made by Blanchard. Scores! Wow. First shot was stopped. Rebound put home. Here they break out. It's the first shot. And the rebound is there. Somehow it went in. 1-0. For the Brampton Midnight Express. We'll get the official announcement in just a second. We'll let you know who got that one. I wasn't sure looking at it live or on the replay. Ciparone out to play. Ball is loose. That shot blocked. Sitachi didn't get the center. Cleared it in. It's going to go on goal, though. Perfect angle. We'll get a face-off in the Edmonton end. 2:53 to go, first period. We'll redo the face-off. Mitchburn to Wild. Alvo with a shot. That's deflected up. Stays in play along the near boards. Conte gets the goal. Over to the far side. Zafir Raji was on it. Sitachi tried to take it away. Shot right on goal, kicked away. Out comes Alvo. No further than center. Sawan Gill. Down the floor. Bayan. Comes right out in front. A chance to save is made by Ciprione as he robs Scott Holben. Holben again. This time it's knocked to the boards. Rauji surrounded by a couple of Brampton players, goes in behind the goal. Sahib Gill. A shot by Gallimore went off some bodies in behind the goal, and back comes Brampton. Sean Hannon into the corner with Amelia. Comes out to Holben. Holben, that's picked off at center, brought back in. Jonathan Rigo with a shot. Back at the point. Save is made by Blanchard. Ball goes straight up in the air. It'll roll right down to Cipriani. He's not going to mess around. He's going to play it out, and Cipriani gets run into. There's no call on the play, and Cipriani is down and injured. Phil Ferenik was trying to catch up to the ball, and Cipriani came out to challenge him to play it. They collided. First, I thought Cipriani might be trying to come out to just cover it, jump on it. Instead, he attempted to play it. All right, looks like Chris Cipriani is going to be okay. At least he's elected to stay in. I don't know if they even have a backup goaltender. Jubenville off the boards, down the floor. This will be a flooring call against Edmonton. 2.4 seconds left to go in the period. It has been fast and it has been furious. Brampton lead it 1-0. Right out in front as the buzzer goes. One to nothing Brampton after the first 15 minutes of play. These are the 2022 Canadian Ball Hockey National Championships. We're in Hamilton, New Brunswick. Where am I? I was in Fredericton, New Brunswick a few weeks ago. We say Winnipeg 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Hamilton, Ontario. This week, back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes to try and catch our breath. Trying to remember where we are. A long summer. Couple of days left to go. See if they can maintain this pace. That first period was something else. Off a leg. Going back to get it. There's Leo Chambers. Comes to the front of the goal. Bevilacqua. Straight up the floor. In over the blue line. Left it for Jag. Shot goes over the top of the goal. Knocked out of the air, touched by a high stick. Doesn't want to touch it. He will. Face off in the Edmonton end. Won by Brampton. Scores! J.K. Gill ripped it from the boards. Beat Blanchard. There it is. We'll take it right from the face-off. Here's Gill. We'll take it off the boards. Once it comes down to him, sorry. Just bangs it home. Two to nothing. Yeah, came back to the point. The pass came down to Gill, and tough angle, but great shot. Conte behind the goal. Will be offside. J.C. Gill picks up the assist. Goes up and out of play into the mesh. Comes to the front of the goal and put him behind. scores! Taylor cuts the lead in half. Right back in it. Ball's in the corner. You watch Taylor come off the boards, head right for the front of the goal. Well, not sure if it got to him. On second look. Let's see. Again, we will wait for the official. Happened so fast. Lovelace played it back into his own end. Up through center they come. Back to Lovelace. Lovelace down the right side. Stops up. Threw it towards the goal. That just went wide. Scott Hannon. Or Sean Hannon, rather. Put it wide. On it is third. They're going to wave that one off. Tony Barr, the shot came from the corner. Never did get to Taylor, just beat the goalie from the sharp angle. So this one's going to be waved off. Tony Barr makes it 2-1. Played with a high stick. The reason it was waved off. Face-off will come all the way back down into the Brampton end. Back at the point. Amelia's shot goes off the end boards. Scott Holman got it out in front, backhand, save is made, and Ciparone will hold on to it. Save by Ciparone, not sure how he saw it. Gallimore's shot from the point was a good one. Back in it goes. Edmonton coming on since getting that goal. Here's a breakout for Brampton. Shot save made. Bevilacqua, the opportunity for Brampton. Bevilacqua's got it now down in the corner, comes out to Mallet, save made by Blanchard. Raji getting away. He's got Ferenik with him. Ferenik, the pass was in his feet. Now Ferenik has it along the boards, backhand pass towards the front of the goal. Raji with a shot hit the outside of the post. Brampton calmly move it out. Mallet looking for Jag. Jubenville with a shot. That's kicked away. Rebound is there. Jubenville's got it. Actually, that's Granito, 7. Now back in his own end. Cody Lunnan. Murphy with the second chance. Here is Murphy. He can't get it in. Down the floor it goes. That'll be a flooring call. Brer will take the face-off for Edmonton. It was won by J.C. Gill. Gill along the boards, it's chipped out. Race for it. Really hustling in there's J.C. Gill. Taylor couldn't get it out. Shot right on goal. Save is made, and back comes Edmonton. Taylor fed it in front. Chance there for Shebley. Ball just rolled off his stick. Referees called a penalty against Brampton. Frankie Giustini gone to the penalty box. Power play for Edmonton, trailing by just one. Edmonton win the faceoff. They'll set it up. Gallimore down into the corner to come back to Gallimore. And Dressen. He'll get the return pass. Kovenkal. And Dressen. Gallimore tried to slip it into the high slot. That was sniffed out and intercepted and sent down the floor by Brampton. It was offside. The penalty was for too many players. Ball was right at the Brampton bench as they were trying to change. Giustini's going to serve the penalty. The referees get together for a quick chat. Discussion about where to hold the face-off. They'll come outside the blue line. Line up along the blue line. It gets physical in there. They get it in over. They've gained the zone. They can bring it back to center. Keeping it onside. Emilia. Holden. Emilia back to Holden quickly. Hard shot right on goal. Save made. Rebound is there. That's hammered wide. Holden with it back at the blue line. And Dressen. Murphy's shot was blocked. Kept in. Andressen. Holden. Back to Andressen. 14 seconds to go in the power play shot. That one off of Lemos into the corner. Murphy lost the handle. Ball goes up and out of play. 4 seconds to go in the power play. Face-off will stay in the Brampton end. Face-off goes to the boards, won by Brampton. They'll send it down the floor. That'll be the end of the power play. Giustini comes back out onto the floor. off the boards and down. Going back to get it in his own end. Granito rounding his goal. Puts on the brakes. He's watched by Priestner. Back to Granito. Waving it off. Not sure who touched that. Bouncing around inside the blue line. Trying to get it. The ball goes into the goaltender's glove. Yeah, we get a few words. Face off in the Edmonton end. Just under 7 minutes to go. Ball goes into the corner. DeVillis hit into the boards. That's going to be a penalty. Goaltender heads to the bench. Edmonton will look to get the extra attacker on. It's a long run for the goalie. Now they get the extra player out there on the delayed penalty. And things are heating up here at the Dave Andrechuk. Chebley around. Gallimore back at the point. Rousey. Lunnan. 6 on 5. Chebley. Rousey with a shot over the top of the goal. It's knocked out of the air. It'll be touched up. And finally the whistle goes. Referees will confer to make sure they have the same call. It's a fairly obvious one down in the corner. J.K. Gill gone 2 for body checking. So we got a power play for Edmonton. Frampton, for time to kill. Crocker sends it down the floor. Gallimore try and chase it down in the corner. He'll go in there with Cal Wild, and Brampton will get it out again. Jag just holds it. That went along the boards for Stevie Alvo. Alvo working in there against Provencal. That's rejected at the blue line. Nothing yet on this power play for Edmonton. Long shot in off the glass, stays in play. Along the boards. 50 seconds to go in the power play. That stopped. Getting to it first. Wild. Wild will send it down the floor. Now they'll set it up. Andressen. That one off a foot. Satachi gets it and sends it down the floor. Rego will get there first. He'll look to eat some clock down in the corner. Finally, they knock it away from him. Tony Brar. That'll do it for the penalty. Good penalty kill for Brampton. Really nothing there for Edmonton on that man advantage. Solga played it back behind the goal. Out they come. Satachi. Mallet back to Satachi. Tried to give it back to Mallet. That was broken up. Davila gets it down the floor. Ciparone will cover it up. Pace picking up again after a slight lull. Not much of one. Down to 3:28 left to go. Period number 2. One goal separates these two teams. Lemos. Pass couldn't be handled by Jag. Lemos has it again behind his own goal. Flushed out by Priestner. Gill towards the goal, goes over in the corner. On it first is Miskew for Edmonton. Ball is along the boards. Taken by Brampton, back at the point. Lemos with a shot just off the arm of the goaltender Blanchard, and over the top of the goal it goes and cleared out. Lemos back to get it. That was a very good save a second ago. That ball was headed in that top corner. Blanchard just got his left arm up enough to direct it over the top of the goal. Everybody take a breath. Soldier around the boards, up to Gill. Down it goes. Miskew. Lemos. Inside his own blue line. It'll come out. Gill. J.K. Gill busting, and Gill scores! Gill split the defense, roofed it. His second, that one was a beauty. Gill picks it up at center, just splits the defense right here, gets in all alone, and top shelf buries it. And it is 3-1. Defense for Edmonton just got too wide. Gill was able to go right down Main Street. Falls down to Ciparone. He'll hold on to it. One shot over the top of the goal. It gets out over center. Tough going there. Rousey, the blue line no further. Rousey trying to steal it back from Cal Wild. Alvo gets away. It'll be offside. Loveless. Down into the corner, Loveless looking for it. It's right to the side of the goal. Edmonton able to clear, but not out, kept in. Shot, scores! No, wave it off. Sticks went in the air. No goal, it's right between the goalie's pads. I was reacting to the players lifting their sticks. We had a timeout with 22 seconds to go in the period. Face off down in the Edmonton end. Edmonton has called a timeout. Let's catch our breath. Be right back. (3-1). Thought for a second it was 4-1, but it is not. Edmonton wanting to make sure they're clear on their defensive responsibilities on this face-off. They wouldn't want to give up another one this late. Already down by 2. It'll come out. Granito forced back in his own end. Granito turning, still 10 seconds. Now he'll play it back. Crocker goes back to get it. He will leave it. For Hannon, long shot up at the blue line. Buzzer goes. Second period comes to an end. A good one for the defending champion, Brampton Midnight Express. We'll take a 2-minute break. Be back with period number 3. We've got one more game to go after this one. 8:35 local time it is scheduled for. Newfoundland and Labrador Black Horse taking on the Saskatoon Buffalo. (3-1) after 2 periods of play. Brampton leading Edmonton. Okay, here we go. 3rd period. Well, they tried the quick breakout pass to Scott Holman. He intercepts that as the goalie tried to play it out. Holman tried to make the pass over to Rousey. That was intercepted. Kept in. Andressen. Rousey, shot, missed short side. Rebound is there. Scores! .34 seconds into this 3rd period. Andressen, Rousey. His shot missed, but it comes out the other side. Quickly off the boards and 3-2. One-goal game early in the 3rd period. Talked so often over the years, but how quickly the ball comes off the end boards. Much faster than a puck in ice hockey. Goalies have to be really aware. The shot was missed on the right side. It came out on the left side. Frankly, really, goalie didn't have a chance to get over there and cover it. That was Gallimore. Burke Gallimore is the recipient of that fortunate bounce off the end boards. It'll be a flooring call against Edmonton. Ball hockey at a very, very high level, folks. Canada just came from winning double gold at the ISBHF championships in Laval a couple of months ago. There are players on the floor who are members of that winning team, and these are two of the best club teams in Canada, right up there with the best. It's tough to find ball hockey much better than what you're looking at right now. Comes off the end boards. Alvo. Scrambling inside the blue line. Now it comes out. Jumping on it. Tony Brar. Brar in the corner. Right out in front is tipped. Goes into the corner. Taylor plays it back behind the goal for Brar. Right out in front for Chebley. He missed. Alvo. He had it taken away. Here's Taylor. It's onside. Taylor with a long shot, easy glove save made by Ciparoni. Great back pass. Penalty coming up to Edmonton. What a pass. How they found Cal Wild, I'm not sure. Brilliantly done. Power play for Brampton. They'll hold it in. Set it up. Crocker. He'll get it back. One-timer. Scramble in front of the goal. The ball is still loose and cleared out by Edmonton. Crocker gets it in. A stick to the stomach. Not happy. Back to Giustini. Shot up and out of play. Went off the outside of the goal. The faceoff will come outside. Brampton will change up their power play. That'll go down the floor. Bounces wide of the goal. Ciparone out to play it off the boards. Referee jumps out of the way. Miscue. They get it ahead and offside. Bevilacqua. Ooh, looked like he was in alone and he got wrapped up. The whistle had gone. Under a minute to go in the power play. Gill for Brampton. Try again to get it in over the blue line. This time they do successfully. Back to Gill. Not a great pass, but they get away with it. Ferenik to Miscue. Back to Ferenik. Back to Gill. Mallet back to Gill. Ferenik. Mallet shot. Nets come off. The right post only moved 2 or 3 feet, that's all. Be kept in. Crocker into the slot. Wild, his shot was blocked. It goes up into the scoreboard here at Dave Andrechuk. Murphy intercepted the pass and got it down the floor. Penalty has expired. We're back to 5-on-5 now. Great penalty kill for Edmonton. Really nothing there for Brampton. Here's Satachi. They get it in. Shot was blocked up top. Murphy, his pass was picked off. That's onside. Wasn't pretty, but they got it in. Alvo couldn't get a shot. Out it comes again. Giustini over to the other side. Alvo shot again was cut off. Never got towards the goal. Batted out of the air down into the corner. Under 10 to play. Loveless couldn't handle the pass. Brought back in. Tony Brar, he lost it. Alvo. Loveless with a breakaway. Loveless stopped by Blanchard. Terrific pass to Loveless. Great cut right down the middle he came. Great scoring chance. Stopped by Maxime Blanchard. Sean Hannon to take the face-off for Brampton. Goes to the boards. Brampton control it. Sahib Gill. Put it in front of the goal. Was hoping for a deflection from Hannon. Hannon's got it behind the goal now. Threw it out in front. Backhand. That goes wide. Rigo looking for it again. It comes out towards the boards. Priestner couldn't get it out. Turning, shooting it wide. Rigo. Cut out in front, lost the ball. Priestner for Edmonton. Fell over backwards. Rigo brings it in, offside. Face-off win for Edmonton. Get it out at center. Rauji dumps it in. Going in there to forecheck was Holben. Edmonton come up with it. Shot from a sharp angle. Comes here to the near boards. Still a lot of time in this one. Just a one-goal game. Just under 8 minutes to play. Make a flooring call against Brampton. Brampton player said, thought he touched it. Referee said, no, I don't think he did. Brampton control it from the faceoff. Kept in by Edmonton. Rousey. Shot off a stick, up and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Brampton end. Both teams will change. Still over 7 minutes left to go. Here towards the blue line. Conte trying to get it out, gets it down into the Edmonton zone, but Edmonton will pick it up and head up the floor. Quickly, Ferenik out in front. Comes back to Ferenik. Again, through the crease it goes. Conte. Kept in by Murphy. Back to Gill. Gill takes it behind his goal. Gill off the boards to Conte. Gill will pick it up with a head of steam. Gill in over the blue line, drops it off. J.K. Gill. Chambers looking for it. Chambers has it. J.C. Gill with a shot towards the goal. Goes in behind, out towards the blue line and swept away. Ferenik with a shot. Save is made by Ciparone. Rebound was there. Holben couldn't get a stick on it. There's Conte. Gets to center and dumps it in. He's going to head off, as will his line mates. Wholesale change for Brampton. Long pass looking for Taylor. He couldn't get a stick on it. That'll be a flooring call against Edmonton. We'll come back in their end for a face-off. 5:51 to go in the third period. A one-goal game. Brampton leading Edmonton 3-2. Rematch of last year's gold medal game. Ball bouncing around at center, turning, shooting it in his elbow. Back to pick it up, Miskew. Miskew settling it down behind his goal. Watched by Giustini. Miskew directing traffic, nowhere to go. He'll ring it around the boards, trying to get to it here was Chebley. And taking it back behind his goal now is Stevie Albo. Satachi trying to cut inside. Poke check as he got to the blue line. Taylor sends it in and heads to the bench. Crocker. Jordan Crocker plays it back to Granito. Crocker. Try and give it back to him. That didn't connect. Again, Brampton behind the goal. Crocker. Up to Sean Hannon. Sean Hannon. Yeah, let's just call him Shannon. That's my nickname. Offside. Grego won the faceoff for Brampton. Lemos brings it in on the right side. Lemos circling the goal, back at the point. Sahib Gill. Shot ends up in behind the goal. Hannon. Lemos just missed. Lemos intercepted that, plays it here to the open side. Hannon gets it into Lemos, that's in over the blue line. Back at center, Hannon to the side of the goal, a great chance there for Rego. Put it wide. Sawan Gill leaves it in the corner, he'll get the pass back. Ferenik dumps it in, cleared to the corner by Ciparoni. Jubenville back towards the blue line. We've got a Brampton player down in some distress. Getting back up is Mitch Byrne. And Byrne is going to hobble back to the Brampton bench. A lot of chirping back and forth between the benches. Turn the mic down for just a second. Some of that not for public consumption. These teams learning not to like each other in a hurry. Conte in to take the face-off for Brampton. Getting down there now, folks. 2:57 to go in the third period. Brampton clinging to a one-goal lead. Pass just a little bit behind. Now let's get it. Shot on goal. Blanchard has it and holds on. And words getting exchanged again down below us as players go off. Shot by Lemos came right back to him. Alvo has it. That's taken away. Quick pass at for Shebley just beyond his reach, and that'll bring the face-off back down into the Edmonton end. 2:26 to go in the third. Up next, Newfoundland Black Horse taking on the Saskatoon Buffalo once we get this one completed. We'll redo the face-off. A lot of conversation happening down in that face-off circle. Finally, the ball is dropped. Tony Barr was instructing the referee on the finer points of how to conduct a face-off. Colvin call. Watched by Giustini. Down the floor it goes. He'll get it in deep. Back first is Albo. Behind the goal. Wild. To go back to Albo on this side. Minute and a half to go. Up through the middle. Good pass to Jag. Jag will get it in deep. Edmonton would like to get their goalie out. Jag wants to hold the ball right there, not give them the opportunity. Now it comes free. Chipped in by Taylor. Goaltender starts to come out, looks at the bench, doesn't get a signal yet, backs up. Crocker. Malay got a piece of it, no flooring. Will be kept in. 1 minute to go. Crocker steps into it. Malay, big save made by Blanchard. Stay with him, got the blocker on the shot. In the meantime, Edmonton can't get the ball down the floor to get their goalie out. They're pinned in their own end. Maybe this time. Here they come. Here comes the goalie. Crocker. Now the goalie heads back. A lot of indecision at the Edmonton bench. He got partway out, started going back, ran out, went back in. So they never did get the sixth player out there. Now there's a scrum down in the corner to our right. Players pile in there. You can see this one brewing. It appears that whatever was happening has come to an end. So officials get in there and players with cooler heads get in there. Two teams are separated. Just pushing, shoving. I'm sure a few words were exchanged. There will be penalties. Scott Holman going for Edmonton. Andrew Jag for Brampton. The war of words continues down below us. Still 25.6 seconds left to go here in the third period. Penalties will offset. Nothing going up on the clock. Looks like the face-off is going to be back in the Edmonton end. At least that's where the Brampton players are headed. Okay, there has been an additional penalty to Edmonton. So Edmonton gets the extra. They 2 minutes up on the board on their side of the clock. And that's why the face-off will be down in their end. Edmonton has called a timeout. They're ready to go. 25.6 seconds left. Okay, here we go. Brampton win the faceoff. They're on the power play. Time running out here, just 15 seconds left to go. The ball is deep in Edmonton territory. Penalties being called to Edmonton. Inadvertent. Down behind the goal. But before it can be called, the buzzer goes. This game comes to an end. Players will line up. All right, that's the final. 3-2. Brampton Midnight Express defeat Edmonton Ball Hockey Club by 1 goal. We've seen that before. They may meet again, who knows? We're going to turn our attention to our final game of the evening coming up very shortly. As soon as they can clear the floor here and the teams get out, get a warm up, so it'll probably be about 5 minutes late or so. Scheduled for 8:35, probably be closer to 8:40. We've got Newfoundland Black Horse taking on Saskatoon Buffalo. Gonna take a break, come back, and bring you that game, our final one of the evening. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, no, nothing read into it. All right, here we go. Final game of the day. Men's A, Newfoundland Labrador Black Horse, Saskatoon Buffalo. Black Horse come into this game, the disappointing 0-3 record. Buffalo, 1 win, 2 losses. This is the final preliminary game for these teams, final preliminary game in the Men's A competition. Tomorrow, with the exception of the first 2 women's games, will be all elimination games, quarterfinals and semifinals. It'll be a big day tomorrow. See who goes on to the bronze and gold medal games on Saturday. Maher in over the blue line, drops it off to Sutton. Sutton busting to the front of the goal, broken up there. In behind the goal, physical battle back there. Shot saved by Mosier in goal for Newfoundland and Labrador. It's Evan Mosier. Kevin Reed trying to get to the goal. Stops up. Reed with a shot. Missed far side. Will carry him all the way down the floor. Curtis Tobin's got to go back to get it. Being chased down by Justin Monaghan. Thrown in front of the goal. Liam Best clears it to the boards. Kept in by Monaghan, down into the corner. Back at the point, long shot in, wide of the goal. That was Davidson. Howlett got it up along the boards to the blue line, no further. It's kept in by Del Zotto. And Mosier will hold it against the side of the goal. At center, coming away with it. Nick Fitzgerald for Newfoundland and Labrador goes back in behind the goal. Federico overran it into the corner. Broders. They got to clear the score from the last game. Get that done now. It is 0-0. Sorry about that, folks. Somebody just tuned in and said, oh, 3-2. Put off the boards, picking it up is Anderson. We'll flip it ahead. Laframboise couldn't knock it down. Pasternak back to the goaltender. That's Isaac LaBelle in goal for Saskatoon. Laframboise shot over the top of the goal. Bounces around, comes out towards center. Jordan Maher lost it. Anderson tips it in. Then it comes out. Keogh at the blue line. Keogh and Xavier LaBelle on him. Ball goes straight up into the ceiling and stays up in the ceiling. A few balls go up into the rafters that haven't come back down this week. Good speed going down to chase that down is Delzato. To the boards. Donaghy flips it down, trying to run onto it is Kevin Reed. He and Delzato both with good wheels. Reed. Back to Donaghy. Cleared down the floor. Will it be enough for Flowing? It looks like it will be, and yes it is. Last game of the day, just a reminder, we're back tomorrow morning. It's going to be breakfast at the Dave Andrechuk Arena. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning we're going to start. We will begin with a women's game, Newfoundland Labrador United against the Manitoba Rage. And then we get into the Masters quarterfinals and the men's quarterfinals, women's semifinals, and so on throughout the day. Once we get past that first women's game, everything else is an elimination game. The only ones that aren't win or go home, of course, are the semifinals, because the losers then play in the bronze. Quarterfinals, you either move on or you move out. Evan Mosier's having a little trouble with his mask. I think he's going to need to get a new one. There's a strap broken on it. He's going to have to borrow Curtis Barrett's backup goalie till they can get his fixed. Barrett getting that down at the bench. Going off and see the goaltenders borrowing the mask from somebody else. I wonder, is it really going to fit properly? We'll go to work on Mosier's mask at the bench, try and get it back to him as quickly as possible. And they're going to have to make some adjustments to the straps. Wait a minute. Hang and hold everything. Here comes Mosier's mask back again. They've got it fixed. Well, maybe not. He's going to stick with Curtis Barrett's mask. So there's still something wrong with it. They'll continue to work on that. Howlett gets it in over the blue line. That's offside. That is also offside. Again, not a flow to this one just yet. 8:44 to go, first period. Mosier stopped it, not sure he saw it. Mocan with a shot. That is stopped by LaBelle. Can push to the boards. Play continues. He's in behind the goal. LaBelle. He left it for Keller. Newfoundland Labrador will bring it back in. Mocan. Down to Reed. Reed cutting in front. Reed lost it as he got in front. Good shooting position. Couldn't pull the trigger. Brock Harrison. Here comes Brock Harrison. Gliding in over the blue line. Shot. Mosier makes the save. Farrell got it to the blue line. Now they'll get it out. Mocan. Out it comes. Josh Anderson hard into the corner. Gets it out in front. Ball rattles around. Backhand goes wide. On it is Ben Fear. Back to Del Zotto. A shot may have grazed the post. Tobin. Farrell can't get it out. 2-on-1 for Saskatoon. 3-on-2. Shot over the top of the goal. They score as it came off the end boards. It was a 2-on-1. They went to the trailer, shot it over the top of the net, but bounced off the end boards, came out in front. 1-0. There's the trailer, there's the shot, and waiting at the right, the Saskatoon player. 1-0. Shot in. Saskatoon, we're on it first. Comes up at the blue line. Sims for Newfoundland and Labrador. Broders. He got it to Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald's pass ended up down in the corner. Scores! Second goal for Saskatoon here in the first period. Exactly 6 minutes left. Evan Peters fed it out in front. 2-0. Christian Magnus gets it in over the blue line, gets a return pass. Magnus cutting for the front of the goal. And Saskatoon right now, shot just goes wide. Comes off the end boards. Mose had to get over and get a piece of that. Delzato with the second goal. Shot wide. Magnus over to an open wing. Picked up by Smith. Smith up ahead. Knocked off the stick of Mocan. Kevin Reed. We go the other way. Mocan trying to cut inside. Lost it. Good defensive play. Harrison throws it over here on this side. Can't get anything towards the goal. Keogh. His shot was blocked. Brock Harrison. That's Laframboise, number 17. Tyler and Josh. Now in the corner, it'll be picked up by Brock Harrison. He'll get it down the floor, won't be enough for flooring. Going back to get it, Liam Best. Best to Tobin. Sutton delayed, and then it's played out. It went off the foot of Josh Laframboise. He'll bring it in over blue line, offside, over on the left side. Player was in ahead of the play. .3:17 to go, first period, 2-0 Saskatoon. Evan Pasternak down in the corner. Thrown through the crease, cleared away by LaBelle. Pass a little bit too far for Laframboise. Play continues on. Be kept in by Federico. the other side, Xavier LaBelle will keep it in for Saskatoon. LaBelle's shot wide. Rebound comes all the way out to this side. Petton's shot was blocked. Dumped in by Sutton. LaBelle. Under 2 minutes to go, opening period. Came off the end boards. Mosier had to get back in, make a couple of saves. Brock Keller. Apparently we just got a little shot of our broadcast location. Got some FaceTime. LaBelle takes it behind the goal. Set up right next to our camera. Shot into the corner, back to pick it up. Matthew Smith, 1 minute to go here in the opening period. Down the floor it goes. Delzato back first. Christian Magnus. Trying to get it to Dowd. Farrell played it behind his goal. It comes out here in the near boards. Magnus is there, taken away by Mocan. That's picked off. Saskatoon get it in. Delzato. Back to Navrat. Shot by Federico is kicked away. Marr to Keogh, to Reed, Kevin Reed. Ball goes up in the air off the stick of Delzato. Buzzer goes. Good opening period for the Saskatoon Buffalo. They lead this one 2-0 after the opening 15 minutes. We'll be back with period number 2 very shortly. These are the 2022 Canada Ball Hockey National Championships. We are in Hamilton, Ontario. Two to nothing, Saskatoon Buffalo leading Newfoundland and Labrador Black Horse after the opening 15 minutes. Getting to it, Liam Best lays it around the boards. Sutton, Jesse Sutton drives it behind the goal, trying to get it out in front. He does. Kicked over and shot wide by Marr. Marr was all alone there in a good shooting position. Fired it wide. Down the floor. This will be a flooring call against Saskatoon. Down at the Newfoundland blue line, Burke, that's picked off. Shot in by Sims. James Pasternak for Saskatoon. Along the boards, nice tip play. Brought out, Ben Fear. Throw it in front, it's chipped wide of the goal. Comes back towards the point, Josh Laframboise. Turns, fires it back into the corner. Fear. Right into the slot. A good shot there by Josh Anderson. Another shot. Mosier with a couple of saves. Mosier's down, keeps it out, and officials get in there quickly. Josh Laframboise and Cameron Sims with a set two. Extra penalty. Going to Newfoundland and Labrador, be a power play for Saskatoon. Sims gets the extra two. He and Laframboise gone to the penalty box. Magnus back to Pasternak. Back to Drow. Drow with a shot, hit some bodies in front. Pasternak. Stroud. Christian Magnus with a shot, stopped by Mosier. Navrot in behind the goal. Anderson in the corner, back at the point. Magnus to Anderson. Magnus with a shot over the top of the goal. Stroud holds it in. Magnus. That shot was blocked by Patrick Farrell, and he didn't enjoy that. Harrison back at the point. Xavier LaBelle. LaBelle gets the return pass. And James Pasternak. Crisscross. Harrison doesn't shoot it. Down along the goal line. Chance to clear it out. Now they'll get it out. Maher will dump it in. Maher going into forecheck against James Pasternak. Magnus quickly across to Brock Harrison. Penalties over. We're back to even strength. Offside. J.P. Mogan was running hard towards the blue line. Just as he got to the blue line, bobbled it a little bit. Put his teammate offside. 10:57 left to go, second period. Face-off win by Saskatoon. It's going to be a penalty against Saskatoon. This will be the 4-minute variety. Slashing. Brody Senger down to the penalty box for Saskatoon. It'll get past Burke, and he's got to go back in his own end to pick it up. Gets it from Mosier. Burke will start off here for Newfoundland and Labrador. Burke, center. Get it in, but no control. Now they do. Burke's got it out at center. Mocan. Back to Burke. They don't shoot it. Now they shoot it. Good save there. Rolls into the goaltender. LaBelle has it and holds on. Power play opportunity for Newfoundland and Labrador. Chance to get back in this, trailing by 2. Face-off win for Saskatoon, and Mosier played it all the way down the floor. Not sure why the whistle went. This is going to require an explanation over there. We're saying it was offside against Newfoundland and Labrador, and because the pass came from the goaltender, we're going to bring the face-off all the way back in the Newfoundland and Labrador end. Evan Pasternak clears it down the floor. Mosier leaves it there for Jordan Marr, who will drop it back to Kieran Burke. Burke dumps it in, tries to go into forecheck, and nothing doing there. Mulcahy. They get it in over the blue line. Now they set up. Mulcahy. Down low. Back to Mulcahy. Right in front, and hustling over to keep it in is Burke. Burke doesn't shoot it. Over to Mulcahy. Down to Sutton. Sutton right out in front it comes. Tipped to the boards. And down the floor by Monaghan. Again, a long pass from Mosier. Sutton's got it in. Sutton tried to throw it out in front, kept in by Burke. Mulcahy. Donaghy. We've got a crease violation against Newfoundland and Labrador. Player in the crease without the ball. They come outside. It's stolen. Here's a breakaway shorthanded. Just missed. Ben Fear, the shorthanded chance. James Pasternak got it to this side. James and Evan out there. I should say they're both on the team, not out there at the same time right now. Donaghy. Down low. Tried to get it to Reed. Reed fanned on it. Kept in. Mulcahy. Shot. Save made by LaBelle. He'll hold on to it. No rebound. 56 seconds left to go in that 4-minute penalty to Saskatoon. Donaghy, Pettin, and Reed up front for Newfoundland and Labrador on this power play. Liam Best down for Reed. Mulcahy stays out there. Try to get it to Reed. Del Zotto got a stick in the way of that. Reed's got it again along the boards. Down low, Donaghy. Works it behind the goal. Still nowhere to go. Try to get it over to Reed. It'll come back to the point to Mulcahy. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Donaghy. Can't shoot it. Takes it to the side of the goal. Donaghy goes down. He's still got it. Can't do much with it. Reed. Reed with a shot off a stick, up and out of play. 7 seconds left to go in the power play. Face-off will be in the Saskatoon end. Both teams making full changes. From the point, a shot goes over the top of the goal. That'll do it. Penalties over. Saskatoon has killed it off. A lot of possession for Newfoundland and Labrador, but not many good scoring chances. That one to the side of the goal. LaBelle's got it. Holds on. LaBelle has got that as well. LaBelle as well. Again, off a stick, up and out of play. Shot from the point. Again, LaBelle in perfect position. Smothers it. The matchups have been posted on the ball hockey website, CanadaBallHockey.ca, for the Masters quarterfinals tomorrow. We'll start with the women's game, the final women's round robin game tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Then we go to the Masters quarterfinals. So 4 games. We will have 2 of them here at Andrewchuk. The other 2 will be at Shidok. 9:35 tomorrow morning, our first matchup. We'll have the Danforth Knights against the Toronto Leafs. And then at 11 o'clock, we've got the Mr. Lube NL Masters team taking on the Montreal Machine. Went through the crease, they score! Newfoundland and Labrador cut the lead to 1. The backhand was stopped. Mars' backhand. It's not covered. And over at the right post, it's banged home. Can't pick up the number of the player. Mar made the initial play. We will get an announcement on that. They've been very good at making the announcements here at Andrewchuk. We appreciate that. A women's round robin or preliminary game, whatever you'd like to call it, at 8 o'clock. 9:35. Danforth Knights, Toronto Leafs, and then Mr. Lube Newfoundland and Labrador Masters team taking on the Montreal Machine. Those are the quarterfinals game. 4 quarterfinal games we'll have in the Masters for you tomorrow morning here from Andrewchuk. The other 2 quarterfinals at Shidok. You know, I should have been listening. 2-1. Closed the hand on the ball, made a move with it. Can't do that. Then we'll get into the women's semifinals. We won't know who that will be until the final women's games tomorrow morning. Just to let you know, we're starting early, and we will have the women's game. We'll have 4 of the Masters quarterfinal games. Then we're going to take a little break for a couple of hours, because then we're going to get into semifinals, women's semifinals, Masters semifinals, men's semifinals. Oh, it's going to be good tomorrow. Schedule is all posted on CanadaBallHockey.ca. Just click on the events. You have a choice there of the Masters, the A. When you click on the A, you get choose the women's or men's A, and all the schedules are there, the standings and the schedules. Individual statistics. All there. So we go women's, Masters quarterfinal, men's quarterfinal, then a break, then we go to the semifinals. 8 games on the webcast schedule tomorrow. We start at 8, last game scheduled for 9:30 tomorrow night. I'm just going to move in. Complexion of this game has changed a bit now with just a 2-1 score. The net has become dislodged. Most exciting play in ball hockey. The whistle goes, everybody stops, and they go and put the net